Happy Mercury Wednesday, everybody. I'm so glad to be here with you. Today, I really want to discuss all about Mercury being in Libra and how that feels for us, and maybe some of the things that we're going to be witnessing or seeing that's around us, and how it may be affecting our life personally. And it's not going to be an easy transit with Mercury being retrograde at this point, only because that he is joined in with the sun. And with him being joined in with the sun, this is really about us running into situations or times. And hold on for 1 second. I got somebody screaming in the background. Hold on. I apologize for that. My my roommate talks fairly loud, and she can get heated fairly easily. So Mercury being retrograded with the sun, it's going to bring in a little bit of this flavor, if you will, that really some heated conversations. Really wanting to show our power. Somebody else is wanting to show their power, and it could just be very, very unbalanced, and even could be very selfish at times. Um, but it really is about standing in our power and communicating, what's empowering for us, and communicating our desires, and really establishing some really, really good boundaries. But it's not the easiest energy to work through, especially if you are in a state of being codependent, or living with somebody who likes to throw their power around. This can be very, very challenging. But what Mercury is really asking us to do here, though, is with the sun, because the sun is in the conjunct with Mercury at this time. This is what flavors it so much, is asking us to refine our communications, and refine it in a way that we are actually communicating our truth, that we are feeling empowered in our communication with dealings with partnerships, both romance and business, and our contracts, and really what we're doing. So it gives a little bit of a different flavor depending upon, of course, where Mercury's at in your chart. And I just kind of wanted to go through that really quick with you guys. And hold on for 1 second. She's screaming again. Hold on. Okay, my goodness, I am so sorry. So anyways, with Mercury also being in the sign of Libra, Libra is a very masculine type of energy. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for showing up. So Mercury is going to be a little bit more extroverted in their communication. So this is not about being introverted or being timid. With the Sun being conjuncting on Mercury, he's really asking Mercury to speak out and to be not meek in the way that we communicate, and to really, as I said, refine it and really communicate with authority, but with a refinedness too, and not to show or try to overpower somebody else, but to stand in our own power and really to establish our boundaries. Now, I do have to say also, with Mercury being with the Sun at this time and conjuncting the Sun, this is all about picking your battles. Um, oh, yes. Hold on here. So Michelle saying Mercury's opposing Uranus and has my nervous system on fire. Yeah, Mercury's just it's a planet that likes to move, right? It's a very majestic type of planet, and it moves fairly quick. And absolutely, when it's opposing, especially being in the sign of Libra right now, and it's an air sign. So Mercury's got this extra power of moving quick and really can agitate certain things in our life, and that's kind of what I was getting at on the also the emotions. And definitely our nervous system, but opposing Uranus, it's really hitting you hard, Michelle, at this time. But we're going to find things that are going to be irritating us with people who are around us, and we're going to be end up finding circumstances where we may want to argue and fight, and because they're stepping on our boundaries, and we really need to, before we just react and speak out, we need to really think first: is it worth it? Is the situation actually worth your energy? And I think this is really where that Libra energy comes in, about being balanced. Do we really want to take on that argument and waste our energy on something that is fruitless? Is it really going to get you, where you want to go? And do you really, really want to spend your energy on that problem, or that person who's creating that conflict in your life? And honestly, more often it's not. And when we don't get into a conflict with somebody, even if they're overstepping your boundaries, even if they are disrespecting you, it has nothing to do with you not standing in your own power. It's, we can walk away without saying anything and just write that person off in our life. And that is a healthy way of doing it. We don't have to have anybody in our life that we don't want in our life. And we certainly don't have to do an argument and or a fight. We don't have to go and do a confrontation, right? If we figure that this person is toxic that is in our life, we can just simply and silently just get rid of the relationship altogether. And we don't, there doesn't have to be a big, huge, and big fight. So really figure out um, where you want to spend your energy and find that balance. Just make sure that it's worthwhile. And Michelle was saying totally seeing that in others. Yeah, we're really going to see this in others, where others maybe even want to conflict with you, fight with you, argue with you. Some people actually thrive on that drama. So really look out for that. Where people are going to try to trigger you. And as the sun and the Mercury get closer, you're going to see more of these situations in your life coming together. And maybe become a little bit stronger, and it's going to be really difficult maybe for you to ignore it, but just try your best. If it really doesn't affect your life, maybe that's just time for you to walk away. We only have so much energy during the day. So we don't have an infinite amount of energy. So we really have to choose where we want to spend that energy. So, and I really advise that we spend it on something that really is going to level us up to getting to where we want to go. So, also another thing that you might be also seeing during this Mercury retrograde is really taking on more responsibility and feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of communication or things that you're going to be doing, or the transitions that are going to happen. Because I really think that for some people, again, depending upon your chart, and where it's landing in your chart, is going to trigger some movement, because you have to remember Libra is all about spreading things out. It's about movement. It's about communications. It's about relationships, right? And it's a really busy air sign. But so is Mercury. So you got busy on top of busy, if that makes sense. You got movement on top of movement. So this is really going to trigger some massive movement somewhere in your guys' life. And so I would really use this energy and try to focus it on something that's very constructive and that's very, very thoughtfully planned out, so you can really bank on this type of energy to really propel you towards your goals. And maybe we're going to be meeting new people also in our life. But let's see here. So for Libra ascendants, you guys, this is a 9-12 axis, because Mercury rules the ninth and 12th house, and it's going into the first house of communications. So your power and worth. Actually, let me just kind of drag this over here so I'm looking at this. So this is all about communicating your power and your worth, right? Because it's in your first house. So this is your identity, and this is about speaking up for yourself, and and your values, aligning yourself with your wisdom, and maybe looking and taking into courses in regards to higher knowledge. But it's bringing in that 12th house. So these may be online courses that you're taking, but also you may be finding out some hidden secrets with your boss or with your instructors, if you will, or maybe it's occult, inner secrets, or but it's going to be dealing with something with definitely secrets, or maybe a subconscious thought that you didn't know you had. So there could be some unforeseen expenses or losses, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be negative. Something sometimes, if we lose something, it's the best thing we ever lost. So maybe you'll lose expenses and they'll go away. So but it does have a little bit of a flavor of isolation. So with that ninth house, and that 12th house coming in the first, this is maybe a little bit more about you becoming isolated, and or doing coursework and really learning different things at home and by yourself, and maybe even meditation, or maybe you're going to be traveling by yourself to foreign countries. So that's always a possibility here. So Scorpio ascendants, this is an 8-11 axis, and your Mercury is in your 12th house. And again, now this is really dealing about secrets, and maybe some secrets from secret societies, secrets coming from a group. Maybe you're going to be finding out that you had some assets and some money coming in from those assets that you didn't know, and it may be revealed at this time. So, and again, the 12th house is about foreign travel, also. So again, this 12th house flavor, though, it's really going to bring out some, maybe some subconscious beliefs, some subconscious desires that you have that you really didn't realize that you had. But it has that eighth house flavor to it, of occultism, of endings, of transformation, and other people's money. And definitely, again, hidden secret or secrets, and hidden things. So I think that some things are going to be revealed to you guys and going to be kind of dredged up, from in that 12th house, that you guys are really going to be feeling and or witnessing or seeing, you guys. So just be prepared. And I have to tell, as I'm going through these ascendant signs, um, not everything is positive in our life. There's a yin and there's a yang side. You can't have positive without negative. And sometimes when something uproots us or has to end in our life, sometimes it may not seem like it at that moment, but it was the most necessary thing for you to experience and go through, to really propel your life into something better. So it's all about really being self-aware and taking these energies and whatever may be happening that you're not expecting to happen, and propel it forward towards your goals. I have a Facebook group here, a user, and you have to get a StreamYard. So whoever's questioning or asking me, um, or talking to me through Facebook, just make sure that if you want your name to be seen, that you give StreamYard permission to do that, and then I'll be able to see exactly who you are. But it says here, I am a Scorpio ascendant. I'm going through Mercury period. So this is really, really affecting you double time, right? This is really about where some things that you're just not going to see. And I bet you some hidden, either subconscious beliefs or some hidden enemies may come out of the woodworks for you. And it's going to be unexpected events. And it's going to be really have that flavor of other people's money involved around it, and even have a flavor of, like, maybe some groups, and things that you're finding out about groups that you didn't know that you're involved with, or society. So what a huge impact. And I know Michelle earlier was saying that it's opposed her or Uranus, and Uranus really does rule your nervous system. So it's really in there. So it's agitating these houses with the sun being in there. But you got to remember, the sun is going to illuminate the problem. The sun's going to illuminate. And when it does, that gives us a chance to stand in our power and really be able to fix what it's drudging up, fix that's what's being shown to us. The sun, nothing can hide from the sun, right? This is not a moon where things can be hidden and spooky. No, the sun's gonna light it up, like, here's the problem, fix it. So this really is such a good opportunity for us to fix what the sun's going to be shining in our life. Sagittarius ascendant. This is like a 7-10 access for you. Mercury is going to be going into your 11th house. And again, 11th house is about our desires. It's about our bigger ideas, and our higher aspirations, right? So, what the sun is asking you here, to be powerful in your communication with groups and society regarding your partnerships and your career, because it's bringing in that flavor of the seventh, partnerships, and the 10th, which is your career, into your 11th house. So this is really about you aligning up your partnerships and your career to really go after your bigger desires, rethink a few things. And are the groups and who you're hanging around with, are they hindering you, or are they helping you? This is such a really good time to really look at it. Are you really gaining that wealth and gaining those assets that you thought you were from your partnerships and your career? Also, really look at that. The sun's really going to put a spotlight on that. And Mercury is asking you to take some action. And this, guys, this Mercury again, is in an air sign. It's in Libra. This is about taking action. This is not about just sitting back and reflecting. So it's not going to feel the most comfortable, because usually what it's going to dredge up at this point is going to feel a little bit agitated, will feel a little bit agitated with it. It'll kind of really get on our nerves. And with Michelle, it literally physically is affecting her nervous system. Now with Capricorn, 6-9 axis, Mercury rules the sixth and ninth house is what I'm talking about when I say 6-9 axis, and it's coming through on their 10th house. So this is really going to be flavoring about discussions with coworkers and bosses, because you got to remember our boss in our career is in the ninth house, and the sixth house has everything to do with uh, let me get done with that. I'm going to answer this question after I get done with Capricorn, okay? So, but so this is about discussing things being discussed with our coworkers that's going to end up involving our boss, or maybe even taking some courses that's going to really level up our skills in our work, in our service, and in our career. So, so for Capricorn, you're really going to have that flavor that you're really going to be doing a lot of communication with your bosses. You're going to be doing a lot of communications with your coworkers, and this is all going to be in regards to around your skills and what value that you're bringing into the business, and it's going to affect your 10th house of career. So let me get to let's see here. Samantha, if I may ask, the elephant painting behind you, is that Rahu North Node power? You know, so no, it's not necessarily Rahu North Node power. An elephant is really about breaking they are a symbol of good luck in Hindi. And yes, it's more of the Lord Ganesha symbolism. It's really good fortune, good luck, but protection and breaking through barriers. Elephants are just beautiful, beautiful creatures, but they really do provide protection, and with whatever that you may be doing, really being able to provide that wisdom and that guidance. So it's just a really good energetic flow when you're working and you're doing something with a great intention and want positive results, plus you want protection. And it just so happens to be, I think this, yeah, the east side. So it's hanging on the correct wall for me. But thank you for asking that. I do. I love my elephant. I've had him for a while. So now we were on to Capricorn. Let's get on to Aquarius. This is a 5-8 axis. So Mercury rules the fifth and the eighth house, and it's going into the ninth house. And again, ninth house is about higher knowledge. This is where you get like professors in the universities and bosses, but also it could be traveling. And so with it being five, bringing in that 5-8 energy, 5-8, fifth is about our creativity. It's about doing stuff that we love. It's also about romance, you guys, and it's about children. Then it's also bringing in that eighth house flavor of unexpected events and, again, hidden secrets. It could be other people's money. It's going to be something of great transformation that's going to be involving your fifth house. So maybe children are going to be moving out. Or something's going to be happening with the children, and you're going to have to be traveling. Maybe the children are going to have unexpected events at school. That you're going to have to go travel and see them, or they're going to have to end up traveling home. But something of unexpected that's going to be probably involving money. It's going to change a little bit of your life, but it's an unexpected event. It's going to be, maybe it's a lover, either ending a relationship with a lover, or actually getting into a very serious relationship and really putting down a foundation with a lover, right? Because the eighth house is about how things look after you get married, how things look after you form in that partnership. So eighth house doesn't necessarily have to mean bad, you guys. And I know people get scared of the eighth house, but there's other things, other connotations that the eighth house means that we really have to look into and see the higher vibration of that. And so it says, yes, absolutely. Thanks. Blessings of Lord Ganesha. Yes, blessings. Namaste. Yes, thank you. And thank you for mentioning my elephant. I do. I love him. So what a beautiful um, just the symbolism and a beautiful animal altogether. So now that was for Aquarius. So visiting children, unforeseen events happening with your children or lovers. And then again, it has an occult education in there. Maybe Aquarius rising, you guys will be looking a little bit more into astrology, tarot, numerology. So look out for that. And of course, as I said, I wouldn't be shocked to see you guys traveling. And again, Mercury's that busy planet. It's in Libra. It wants to communicate. It's right now. It's wanting to form relationships and really, go out there and be that powerhouse because that's what Saturn's. Excuse me. The Sun is asking us is to stand in our power. So you're going to get circumstances where it's going to create some type of event or a situation you have to deal with that you have to stand strong in your power. This is a great time to exercise it. Pisces, this is a 4-7 axis. So your Mercury rules your fourth and seventh house. And this is all going to be affecting and going through your 10th house. So, fourth house is about your home and your inner life and your inner peace. Seventh house is about partnerships, whether it be business or romantic. And it's coming through your 10th house of public figure and your career. So I, have to really say that I wouldn't be shocked that if you're making some type of transition within your home or outside of your home that is going to be really positive for your 10th house of career. Maybe you're going to start working from home, or maybe you're going to start working outside of your home. And I would have to say at this time, because that we have the COVID-19 thing has been going on and most people have been home, I would not be shocked that you end up finding some place where you're going to be working outside the home from here on out. And you're, maybe partnering up with a new business, a new job that's really going to affect your career and in a good way. Or maybe it's a new career that you're going to be doing within the home. So, but just really look out for those new partnerships. That really is going to affect your inner peace, your inner stillness. And remember, it's asking you to stand in your power. That means that you're going to have to speak your truth. That means you're going to have to speak your value, right? Live up to that worthiness that you have. You are worthy. You have to be reminded of that. Don't be just agreeing because you're worried that they're not going to find you valuable. People will only find you valuable if you show them that you're valuable, right? They're not going to just, your value has nothing to do with what other people may think. So let me explain that a little bit more, and have it a little bit more refined. That you have to remember that you're a valuable and worthy person, and that you need to stand in that. And it's not about whether somebody else thinks you're worthy. It's all about what you think you're worthy. You need to speak your value. You need to speak your worth and have conviction in it and know. So don't be like, oh, maybe I want this wage. No, you speak out and say, you know what, this is what I'm worth. And I expect this wage. This is what I'm wanting as a wage. And stand in that with conviction. So that's what I'm talking about. And we all have to do that in all of our partnerships. We have to teach people how to treat us. And if they can't treat us the way we like, that's the time that we end that partnership, that we end that relationship. So, Aries, what are you guys doing? 3-6 access with Mercury. This is in your seventh, coming through your seventh house of partnerships. Oh my goodness, Aries. This is all going to be about communicating. Um, your and regarding your power in that communication and that balance. And we all know that sometimes with Mercury and the Sun being in your seventh house, this can really bring in some power struggles. 3-6 axis, you guys, this is courage. This could be court battles, can be definitely some hot communication going on even within your coworkers or with your business partners. So that 3 axis isn't the easiest access. So this is all about, okay, are you being fair, just, and balanced? It's not just about your value, but it's about other people's value. Are you feeling, are you treating other people worthy? And are other people treating you worthy? So just really look at that balance. But this is all going to be about finding that courage and being courageous, standing up in that partnership for your rights, but not overpowering or stepping on other people's boundaries at the same time. So this is really just a seventh house connotation to it, and that 3-6 access there is not easy. It's just not an easy. Third house is all about arguments and finding that courage to stand up for yourself and speak your truth. Okay, you guys, sixth house really does. This is a battle house. This is where you find your court cases. This is where you find your open enemies. This, and as well as health issues and coworkers. How is it? Because we all know if we work, out for a corporation, sometimes working with coworkers is a battle every day. And this is all about your daily habits and what you're doing every day, and your daily rituals. So also just kind of look at that and see, maybe there's some health indications here in regards to a partner, or a healthy relationship, if you will. So just kind of look at that, Aries. Everybody at this time, just like, oh, my prayers and love go out to everybody. These are just not easy transits, but again, this is all about strengthening us. So when we have these difficult circumstances coming into our life, we get to learn how to deal with them and grow from them and be better and stand more in our power. This is what it's about. Taurus, what are you up to? 2-5 access. Wow. Mercury's coming in through your sixth house. Again, sixth house is about health. It's about co-workers, your daily habits and activities, that could possibly bringing in your children. Fifth house of children. Second house values, money, right? Speaking, living up to our values. So that second house is so important, but also now you got love and children and creativity and what you love to do coming in. So that 2 and 5 is coming in through your sixth house and your skills, your work, and refining your skills for for what you're going to bring out to the world for your 10th house, and your daily habits. So are you being healthy? Are you really living up and eating what you value, right? That's bringing in good nutrition. And are you taking care of what you need to take care of with your children and with yourself to keep you guys healthy? I mean, I think really this, 2-5 access coming in through your sixth house is really going to be all about your daily habits and living up to what you are valuing for, as far as even dating, but with your children, about your creative pursuits and refining your skills for your job or for your career that you're going to be bringing out. So just kind of look for those themes, you guys. That's going to be huge. Gemini, what's going on with you? It's a 1-4 access. Oh my goodness. And it's all about, this is going to be coming through your fifth house of romance, children, and creativity. I do have to say, you may be revamping your home. or doing some renovations. Maybe some children might, I don't know, be moving out of your home, or moving in your home. So there's going to be some changes. Maybe you're going to have a new love coming into your home, but something's definitely going to be affecting your inner stillness, your inner peace, and also your environment of where you're living. So just kind of look out that romance, children, creativity. I think it'll be a good thing, you guys. So um, be open to new ideas, be open to being creative, living outside the box, and definitely be open. Maybe your children are wanting to come home, or just be open for renovations. So Cancer, what are you guys up to? It's a 312 access. Oh my goodness. That that's going to be maybe a trying access right there. Mercury is coming in through your fourth house of communications that will bring out courage regarding what is happening in your home. So something is happening. You're going to find out something that's going on in your home that you didn't know what was going on, or maybe there was an unexpected renovation. But it's not going to be the easiest time. Again, this is a way for you to really practice courage, and standing in your power. Or maybe you just need to, maybe plumbing will break or something. Well, it's not eighth house, it's more of a 12th house, but something of a loss that's going to happen in your home. I mean, maybe somebody's going to be moving out. Maybe you're going to be switching residence, and that's such a third house, because it's a lot of work when you end up moving, or when somebody is moving out of your home. It's a tremendous amount of work, and we really do that third house. Again, is when something is disrupting our life, that we really have to be courageous and standing in our power. But also, it can be like a little battle, if you will, at sometimes, like when you're having to pack up a U-Haul, or maybe, having to have a debate and confrontation, or small confrontations. It doesn't have to be a big blowout, but small confrontations happening, um, that needs to be discussed and negotiated out, because that's what the Libra sign is all about: communication, and really negotiating on those contracts. Maybe you're going to have some unexpected negotiations with your neighbors, and it's going to be about things that you didn't know. 12 houses sometimes will blindside us, you guys. We just don't know what, it could be just something unexpected that's happening, or something that we just simply didn't see. So Leo, let's see what's going on with you. And also, I do want to mention one other thing on Cancer also. And really, you guys, stand in your truth, Cancer. Stand up for yourself. And I know when things happen, you guys can take it so hard, because you guys feel so deep. Okay. And just know, stand in your power. All right. You guys are important, and you're loved, and you're so worthy. So no matter what may be happening in your guys' life at this time, we're going to make it through. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. All right. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your family and your loved ones. You're not alone. You've got a support system right there by you. Okay. So, Leo, this is a 211 access. Mercury's in the third house. Leo, you're going to be spending time in communication with groups, societies, and business regarding your assets, right? Wealth and things of values, or that give you value. Maybe even stocks and bonds, because those are an asset that brings in income, that brings in value and money. Maybe you're going to be joining some groups that are going to be very valuable to you out in society. So I think that's really going to have a strong strong flavor for you. And again, with Sun being with Mercury and that sign of Libra coming from your third house, this is all about you speaking what you want and what you're expecting, and really having that courage, especially if there's has to be some type of debate or small conflict or an argument coming up in regards to your assets, your money, or the things that you value within that society and or group or business deal, if you will. That you really speak up in your truth and stand in your power. That's going to be really, really important. Again, this is what the sun is really wanting us to do, especially with it conjuncting Mercury at this time. There's some of that really strong communication coming through. Um, so yeah, look out for that, you guys. But this, again, standing in your power, you guys. Oh, good things can happen for you. Virgos, what are you guys doing? Last but not least, so Virgo, this is a 110th 10 excess. So Mercury rules, of course, your first house, but it also rules your 10th house of responsibility. So, and it's coming through your second house. So, gee, I wonder what we can guess what's going on with you guys. This is really about taking on that responsibility and creating that value in your career and whatever you're doing out in society. So, it's time to hop on it, do it, and get busy and stand in your power. Make those decisions. Don't be codependent and waiting on somebody else to help you make those decisions. You guys take that leadership. You know what you need to do and do it so you can bring in that value. Because remember, when we're creating value, you guys, it's not just for us, it's for society, it's for everybody else. So, and yeah, again, I have to say, for all of the signs, every single 12 ascendants, these energies are not easy for any of us. We're all going to have to be dealing with situations and events and conflicts in our life at this time to push forward. But this is what the Mercury is asking us, being retrograde and conjuncting the sun at this time. Look for your triggers. People are going to be triggering you. Look for those. Then stand in your power. And what I mean by stand in your power, you choose when to respond. You choose when to speak out. You choose if you want to speak out. All right. Somebody maybe say something to you that's demeaning, that's rude. All right. That's disrespectful. And guess what? If you don't want to respond, you don't have to respond. You can respond maybe later. So you choose the time you respond. You choose how you want to respond. Nobody can control you. You have complete control over who you are. And so this is really pick and choose who you want to respond to, if you want to respond to it, or just walk away. If you walk away, you're still within complete power, because that circumstance, that event that's been thrown at you may not be worth your energy to even address, because you got other things happening and going on in your life. That's what standing in your own power means, all right? And I heard this beautiful saying, and this is from a women's empowerment channel that I was watching, and I think her name was Evie, but she said something so beautiful. She said that people need to audition to be in your life. So if they have not auditioned to be in your life, they don't need to be in your life. All right. You are valuable. Stand in your value, stand in your worth, and make people audition to be in your life. Not everybody is going to be worthy to be in your life. So you guys, this is well, this is a wrap up today on Mercury Wednesday, and I hope that you guys got a lot out of it. Thank you so much for commenting and asking questions. I love that. It really does create such a beautiful atmosphere when I'm able to communicate and have a conversation with you guys. I absolutely love it. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful Wednesday, you guys. Stand in your power. And remember, I will be live on Expat Media. Just click on the link at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I am a radio host at the radio station every Thursday at 1 o'clock. And I will be doing, again, breakthrough astrology, but I'm bringing in a little bit, maybe a different dynamic. And then starting in November, I also will be bringing in guests to interview. So if you want to be a guest on my show, I would love to have you and tell the world what you're about and what you're doing and share your mission, your passion, and your purpose. That's what it's all about, right? I would love that. So just drop me a message and let me know if you want to be on Expat Media, and I will schedule in time and get you on there. And then also tomorrow we're going to be talking about Venus. Oh no, Thursday, Friday we'll be talking about Venus. It's Venus Friday, and we'll find out what Venus is doing for all of us on Friday. So you guys have a beautiful day. I love you guys. Thank you for showing up. I really, really appreciate you. Namaste.